All right. Today's topic is boundaries. We're going to talk about boundaries. Why it's good for you to establish boundaries for your life. As we have our life experience in the Matrix game, you're going to come across a lot of people. A lot of these people are NPCs. The majority of them are NPCs. And they're going to come in and they're going to be problematic. Some of them are going to be very nice. Some of them are going to be good. But at the end of the day, a lot of them are going to be problematic. Varying degrees of problems. Okay? From mild to extreme. Now, you're going to meet people that have personality disorders. They're going to be programmed with personality disorders. And, it's very easy to identify cluster of traits that define a personality disorder, and when you study the different personality disorders and what the traits are to make up a disorder diagnosis, it's easy to identify what somebody is programmed as. You can identify the narcissist, whether they be covert, overt, malignant, whatever. You can identify it and you can categorize them. And I don't hold a degree in any of this stuff, but I can read. Okay? And there's so much readily available information on mental illness these days that it's pretty easy to surmise what somebody is programmed to be. And I lived next door to a borderline for several years, and I watched that play out firsthand. What a crap show that is. Like a complete disaster, somebody's life, somebody's personality it's just such a mess, like they are messy people. And I mean, emotionally and mentally messy. I've had personal experience with these different kinds of personality traits. So when you are around somebody that demonstrates these traits over and over and over again, you know what to identify that is problematic to you and the kind of person that you need to eliminate from your life, that you need to insulate yourself from. And they can be in your home life, in your family life, they can be in the workplace. A lot of them are in the workplace, but your family also, especially if you're like my generation, Gen X, we have been more subject to the mental illness of the boomers and the great generation. And we have suffered a lot of the abuse of them on our generation and the generations after us. Okay? But a lot of Gen X has taken the brunt of their abuse. You see? But at the same time, you become somebody who was abused, you're going to develop traits within yourself, to defend yourself, to cope with what you've dealt with. And my awareness, my awakening on the frequency journey has been a slow progression of opening up Pandora's box within me, which I think overall is the overarching theme for all of us. Okay. And these things that come out in our life every day, I have themes that run in my life, people that run in my life. And I sat here several times today blurting out all the stuff that's been bothering me, that's been happening over the last couple of weeks and over the last couple of days more acutely. And when I really come down at it, I'm looking at all the outside stuff and it became apparent as I was making the last recording you're missing the big picture. You're missing the actual nut inside of the whole problem, which is me, which is my, like, I was going to say, the source player is like moths to the flame, the source player being the flame. And in a way that is true. But an even more, if you chip away at that even more, and you get more, just distill it down more, it comes down to you are a match to what is matching you. You resonate with the things that resonate to you. You're only gonna get what you are a match to, what you are on the same frequency of. Okay? So, if you are continually experiencing problematic people, then you are a problematic person, that you're not fully aware of your problems, where the problem is. So if you're dealing with mentally ill people constantly popping up, you have to kind of examine where you're mentally ill. Okay? And that is because that's the ego. The ego is protecting you, the source player. The ego is protecting you from the truth of yourself. Or it's just hiding the truth of yourself to you, making you unaware, because the ego doesn't want to acknowledge that stuff, right? Right? We know that, right? So there you have it. And it wasn't until I blurted this out 4 or 5 times today and worked through my anger about the whole situation and my frustration and everything that I thought I was so witty discovering and identifying. And listen, none of what I said, I mean, it's not going to be in this final cut, but everything that I was saying, none of it was false. They are 100% valid observations. But that's not really the part that is helpful to the source player in order to make lasting change and eradicate these experiences that keep popping up over and over and over again. It's for you to get to the root so that you can actually pull the root out. And that is, hey girl, you might have a little mental illness because, you experienced this in your childhood and you've experienced all these other things that have now compounded it. So you may need to look at this particular thing, because this is something that your subconscious doesn't want you to see, because this is something that's ugly about you and not pretty and unpleasant, and you're perfect. The ego is perfect. The ego is perfect, but you got some issues. So in part, when I make these episodes, it's my own therapy session. And sometimes you never hear the stuff I put, because sometimes I'm riffing on my recording app on my phone, and it's there and I can go back and listen to it. But I felt there was something worthwhile saying to you guys in an episode. And as I did this, as I processed all my feelings and thoughts, it hit me. It's you, girl. It's you. So yeah. And I think on that note, I'm going to leave it where I'm at. When you go through this, you got to keep digging. You got to keep going. You got to keep digging. And you think you hit bedrock, I guarantee you haven't. And there's more to dig. And there's more to find. And there's more to uncover, because it's there. It's just buried so far in, because depending on how old you are in your experience, you've had that much more time in your game to bury it in the subconscious. All right. So On that note, I'm done. You have a great day. Be good. Be well. Enjoy your life. All right. Bye.